Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecast with another reading. I was guided to use both of my Heart Songs decks for this particular one. So maybe you've been guided to this video, this reading, because you love music. That could be something that the person that you're focused on, that's something that's a big part of their life. It could have been music that brought you guys together. Maybe there's a particular love song that you think about when you focus on them and they with you. So however way you were brought to this reading here today, hopefully there's something here that I'll be able to tap into when it comes to you, your connection, your person. All right, guys, it is general as always. Please keep that in mind throughout and only take the bits and parts of it that resonate for you. And let's get into it. Here we go. Hi there, fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and grab the first song that will focus on the past energy for this connection. All right, what does that look like? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for fire signs. And out it flew. Okay, here it goes. God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. If you should ever leave me, well, life would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. And we're focusing on the past, and more than likely that's exactly what they had to endure in their life. That you parted ways, that they had to realize what they lost out on, that they did have to experience what life was like without you and you without them. But I'm also feeling that there's something very special about this connection that stands out. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify and see what else we can find out about the past. So you probably left this person behind. For others, it could be the other way around. We do have the reference to the Beach Boys, so this could be coming from a masculine. Somebody could live by the beach or a coastal state, city, the countryside. All right, so the past. What happened? Okay, so we've got the King of Swords. So I feel we have a masculine here who really wasn't tapped into their heart space. They're more of a logical thinker, you know, just trying to take a look at this thing and maybe overanalyze things. They could have also been the type of person that really wanted to call the shots, you know. And maybe I'm just kind of getting for some of you that maybe you felt like your masculine was just a little bit self-centered or just not really including you in the equation. It's like, this is what I want and this is what's going to happen. I'm getting too that maybe they were a little bit hard to live with after a while. And if your masculine really wasn't interested in being exclusive or settling down or even talking about marriage and long-term commitment, you might have found them to be pretty harsh in the way that they communicated themselves, because sometimes the King of Swords can be giving off those cold vibes, almost uncaring if they're just not ready, you know. And we do have the Two of Cups, you know. I mean, otherwise you guys have shared some pretty wonderful times together. I'm just feeling we have a masculine here who took those experiences with a grain of salt and just, they weren't ready. They weren't ready to commit fully. They weren't ready to settle down. It just wasn't the right time for them. And maybe Divine Feminine, you know, this is exactly what you wanted. We've got the Two of Wands, and that is followed by the Death card here. So I am just feeling a masculine decided to travel down a very different path away from the feminine. It could have been a mutual decision for some of you to part ways. We're seeing with the Death card that the relationship came to an end because something about it just wasn't working. And maybe Divine Feminine, you're wondering, has this person changed? Have they tapped into their heart space? Do they have any love for you? I feel they do, but they've just pushed it down for so long, Let's see what else for fire signs. We do have the Knight of Wands. I'm feeling a masculine that wasn't ready to commit. That is what I'm getting here, guys. And that's probably why it came to an end, For some of you, maybe there was infidelity as well. Let's see what else. All right, we have a reversed Justice card. So they're coming through as dishonest. There's some sort of imbalance here between the two of you. It represents unfairness as well. And maybe Divine Feminine, that's how your masculine made you feel. That life just wasn't fair for you and your person because of something that clearly got in the way of you guys either staying together or working through the challenges. So it makes sense for me with this song, if you should ever leave me, well, it does indicate I would go on. Life goes on. So even if it hurt them, I feel this person just dusted themselves off and moved on with their life, because they weren't fully in the feels of what their heart wanted them to be tapped into, And so we'll take a look and see if in the future that vibe has changed. But I'm getting here that contributed to why you guys parted ways, because they were looking for something different than what perhaps you wanted. Okay, so let's grab a second song. Focusing now on the future here, fire signs. What song best reflects that energy for the future? All right, here we go. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Can this work itself out, or is it a done deal? Have you guys just moved on with your lives? I'm getting here though that whoever this is for you in this reading, sure, they might have moved on, but there's still something in their heart that they can't ignore when it comes to you. All right, let's grab that song. Focusing on future energies for fire signs. There we are. In the future, guys, look at this. Can we talk? This person might reach out and want to reconnect and get the conversation started again. I started to write you letters, but I wanted to be more clever. I wanted to get down and sweet talk you, but just like a baby, I could not talk. And I tried to come closer, but could not walk. And I think of it every night, how I just could not get it right. If we ever come close again, I know what I'll say then. So this person, more than likely, I'm feeling a masculine. They've maybe tried to put a letter together. It could be an email. It could be a text. Words that they really needed to get out. But they stopped themselves from actually sending these messages, I feel. They stopped themselves. So in a way, they kind of self-sabotaged any sort of progress that they could have made towards communication when it came to you. So let's grab some tarot here. We see that they clearly want to talk. That is the title of the song, Can We Talk? So maybe for some of you, you would be open to that. For others, maybe not so much. Okay. Whoever this is, life has handed them some major lessons. We see the struggles that they're going through, and that doesn't just apply to their love life or the connection between the two of you. This might have affected their work environment, their health, their finances, friendships, their connection with family. You know, maybe they've been with other people, other relationships, but maybe that fell apart as well. So it's just letting us know that this person has struggled in life and they don't want to struggle anymore. And part of that healing is perhaps to apologize to you, to reach out to you, still wanting to be a part of your life. Ace of Wands, guys. If you do want to talk, if you are willing to open up the conversation, I have a feeling part of the topic that might come through is, can you give me a second chance? They want to fight for a second chance here. Are you willing to give it to them? I must say, with the Four of Wands presenting itself here, there could be the potential for reunions. That's not going to be for all of you, but I do feel the potential for some anyway, that there is another opportunity to reconnect. Could be for twin flames. We do have the Lovers card. For some of you, you could be connecting with a Gemini. You could have Gemini in your chart. I just feel here in the past, somebody made choices that they now regret, and they want to be able to fix things here to rectify the way things unfolded back then. So truly what this is telling me through these cards and this reading is that they choose you, and they're wondering, would you choose them again? Look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So no doubt, guys, this has the opportunity to come back around. You know, we've got good karma represented by that Wheel of Fortune. It's another opportunity to reconnect with each other. And if you have questioned their loyalty, their dedication, their commitment in the relationship, the Ace of Pentacles is letting us know that they've really worked on that part of themselves. They really want to show you that through a new beginning, they're bringing nothing forward but stability, the opportunity to let you know that their love is unwavering, their commitment is on point, they know what they want, and they want you. So if you want them back, if you want to be with this person again, it does seem through the future energies that we're tapped into here, that certainly is a possibility, guys. Okay? If you are interested in your own reading, I'd love to do that for you. That info is down below in the description box, as well as the link to all of the decks. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.